Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about dhere dhere. Yet again, another video on dhere dhere. And what can I really say? This is the bowl that everyone just wants to know how to play. I'm sure they've seen many ustads and pundits. They play it on stage. You know, the crowd is going crazy. It just looks so much fun, and I completely understand. So today I'm going to be discussing a video that Pandit Yogesh Samsi put out this week, in which he gives a great tip for dhere dhere and just in general tabla playing. Then we're going to break down how Ustad Zakir Hussain plays a particular dhere dhere rela. So let's get into that. But before that, there's a link in the description to a community I've made on the platform Skool. This isn't a place for more free content or if you want things for free. It's a place for people that want to invest in their playing, be held accountable, and really stop the cycle of starting and stopping tabla. You know, a lot of people, they play for a year or two, they take a break. This is a community for everyone to kind of come together and push each other to really practice and improve. So if all that sounds good to you, click the link in the description. Now, let's get to the tip that Pandit Yogesh Samsi shares. It's fascinating.
A fast phrase or a fast rela, there is a tendency of tabla players, students, getting stiffened up and raising their shoulders this way. When you raise your shoulders, it's a sign of stiffening up. So
I'm just really glad that I'm not the only person talking about just staying loose while playing tabla or dhere dhere in general. I'm really happy that the discussion of tabla playing has now moved beyond just, you know, what are the bowls to this, the bowls to that. Because really, after this, I'll give you the bowls to what Ustad Zakir Hussain plays. But if you're stiff, you know, if your shoulders are hunched up, you know, your neck is tight, you're just not even in the mindset to be playful with what he's playing or be playful with the bowls that I'm giving you. So if you're really not in that frame of mind, it's not going to come out right no matter how much you think you understand the bowls. So what Pandit Yogesh Samsi is saying, I really like about keeping the shoulders hunched. That's going to, you know, make your dhere dhere stiffer. It's also going to add a lot of strain to your neck, even your personality to some degree, if you can imagine. And you just don't want to be the guy at the office that's having trouble turning his head left to right. It's just not good overall. Forget even just for tabla playing. Just for your overall health, hunching your shoulders like that is awful. Next, also, if you're hunching your shoulders, I've seen someone keep their wrist high like this as well. You're not going to get any power at all on dhere dhere. I mean, it's going to sound like that versus... So it's a huge difference, so definitely keep that in mind when you're playing. And this isn't a tip for just dhere dhere, it's for your tabla playing all around. Do not keep your shoulders hunched up like that. It's really going to cause you pain and just, you know, it's going to exhaust you, really. So let's now take a look at a clip of Ustad Zakir Hussain, and we're going to discuss the dhere dhere rela he's playing. Now, one thing I'll point out is notice how he's not in a rush to just start his rela. A lot of people that play dhere dhere, a lot of students, they go on stage, they have all their paltas ready, and they just play it one after the other. Make sure you set it up right. Take your time, lay the foundation, set a mood, and then play the rela. Otherwise, it's just not as fun. So let's take a look at what the bowls are to what he played. So, something new on this channel. Dha tre kre, dhere dhe. Now, this assortment of bowls, the dhere dhe, there could be a better way to write that, but that's the best way that I could figure out to put this. Tre kre, how do you play that? We'll get to that in just a moment. So it goes, dha tre kre dhere dhe ghene dhati ghene tunna kata. You can play dhati ghena tunna kata, but ghene is preferred by a lot of people. So this goes like this. So trekre. So that's how that goes. So a little bit faster. Look at the baya, how I'm being really playful with it. I'm pulling back on it. I'm doing all sorts of stuff. All of that stuff. Make sure to keep that in mind. So this is what he plays in single. And then actually he starts with it even simpler. He starts dha tre kre dhete. But then he started in this particular instance with the dhere de. You can look at it that way. Now, then he goes into something a little bit faster. He goes into double. He takes out the trekre and he just goes to tete. So that goes like this. Dha tete dhere dhe ghene dhati ghene tunna kata. So, like this. So. One more time with the Kali correct. So. A bit faster. So basically the difference between the first thing and the second is the trekre. You can't really play that fast, so he just removes that, and that's what lets him take it into double speed. Now, this is the rela itself that he's playing. So there's a lot of different ways he starts this, but in this one it goes like this. And there's a gap after the na. Make sure to pay attention to that. So it goes like this. Once more. A little bit faster. The ending could have been a little bit better. Let me play it one more time. So, one thing you should also notice is I'm playing ga instead of kat at the higher speeds. And that is a rela played by Ustad Zakir Hussain. Thank you.